Welcome to Chat Chow, a weekly online show celebrating the personalities in the food industry. Today we're in Yountville, California, and we're speaking with Bouchon's head sommelier, Jessica Pinzon. So, what are we drinking here?
Well, today I poured for us something that's very French, so it's definitely something that we like to pour at Bouchon. It's called Lillet Blanc, and it's an aperitif. So this is actually made in Bordeaux in France, and it's made with Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon, about 85%, a little bit of Muscadel as well, which is another white wine grape there.
Wow.
And then they also blend about 15% of clear brandy. So,
oh my goodness, it sounds great.
I hope
Cheers.
you like it.
Yeah. You're the head sommelier here. How does one kind of get that position?
I've been passionate about food and wine for years. I was attending UC Santa Barbara studying political science. And on the side I was working at a winery and at a restaurant serving.
Wow.
And at some point I just thought to myself, you know, I like political science, but I love food and I love wine.
What's there not to love?
Exactly. It's so fun and there's so much to learn.
Yeah.
So at some point I just said, you know, I'm just going to follow my passion.
Right.
I ended up moving up here, transferring to Sonoma State, where I did the business program with an emphasis in wine business.
Wow, I didn't know they offered that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great program, and it's nice because you do get that foundation of business. From there, I kept learning and studying, and I started taking exams through the Court of Master Sommeliers.
Wow, seems like you do a lot of things. Can you take us through like a typical day of a sommelier?
Generally, show up for work, of course. I make sure that my wine lists are looking good and start to get ready for service.
Right.
Many days we reprint lists, so you take a look at what you're low on, or if you're out of a wine, you take it off of the list and put on new selections. And then before service, we have a meeting where we all meet together as a team. And we discuss what's going on in the restaurant. The manager discusses, you know, different reservations and who's coming in. As a sommelier, I talk to the team at the meeting about, you know, what's going on in the wine program and the beverage program in general. If we have anything new, and we also taste something at our meetings so that we're engaging in education, of course. And we're allowing our staff to be able to learn by actually experiencing what we have. So after the meeting, we start service. And during service, we're basically just there to be the beverage liaison for the guests.
Right.
Anything, whether it's a glass of wine, a bottle of wine, a cocktail, a beer. I'm happy to answer questions about anything. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So being in Napa Valley, there's so much wine. How do you even start like choosing what kind of wines and like spirits to have here?
Well, you know, we definitely taste all of the time. We meet with local winery reps, we meet with distributor reps, and we, you know, a lot of it is just having the experience, tasting the wine, and deciding whether it's something that fits into the program, whether it's something you love, something that tells a story. So, you know, there are so many different things that go into making the selection. But ultimately, we just look for wines that we love and wines that we think the guests will love as well.
Okay, great. Yeah, you guys are doing a great job.
We try.
What are like some of the most interesting foods that you've paired wine with?
Well, I mean, a lot of our dishes are really classic French dishes, so I mean, we love dishes like, you know, escargot that's served in garlic and butter with puff pastry. We can serve really classic French wines with that. You know, we get various foods all the time. We have a really beautiful beef tongue salad that's a special right now.
Wow.
It's served with a Waiyu cherry vinaigrette. And we actually have a wine that we're featuring on our Sommelier Select right now, which is a really esoteric red wine from the Loire Valley. It has crushed violet characters, really bright cherry, black strawberry, crushed
delicious.
peppercorns. Yeah. And it's wines like that that you can introduce to people with a dish like a beef tongue salad, and it's just an experience they've never had before, you know? So it's really fun.
That reminds me of like in Ratatouille where he's like trying all the different foods together and it's like fireworks.
Yeah, it's the exact same idea. We want to create fireworks for people. That's definitely one of our goals. Actually, our chef Thomas Keller did consulting for the movie Ratatouille.
Really?
So that's really, it makes a lot of sense that you brought that up. Yeah.
So tell us about, like, in this, you guys have like a spring cocktail menu coming up?
Yeah. So we have a spring cocktail list that we're about to transition into. So with each season, we take a look at our menu and what's available around us, what you think of when you think of spring. You know, we have a cocktail that I actually created that is. It's made with pisco, which comes from Chile, and it's distilled from the juice of Moscato grapes. And we're combining it with a passion tea infused simple syrup, and it's just like spring in a glass. It's so beautiful.
That sounds refreshing.
Yeah, so it's that type of thing that we're looking for.
Yeah.
Also, we have something that we move into really frequently. I'll pour you a little bit of this one here, which is part of our Vin de Carafe program, which is a very classic bistro style wine program that we do. When you're in a bistro in Lyon, you go in and you can order a carafe of wine, and it's just a really delicious locally made wine that's served in a carafe like this. It can be a half liter or a liter or even a glass. And it's just a great local wine that you can drink at a really reasonable price. Our sommelier team goes out and we meet with local winemakers and winery owners. We taste through barrels, and then we take that barrel and we have it bottled into our own just really simple Vin de Carafe bottles. Just a really nice, young, bright, but still rich Chardonnay. So this is the type of thing we look for. We want something that is local, that's fun, that's delicious, and this is one of them. So I thought that we would experience it.
Well, thanks so much for the interview. And
thank you very much.
I wanted to ask you, have you ever done like stomping the grapes to make wine, like you see on show?
No, I haven't.